Another minute. Okay, 10 o'clock, Chair.
Thank you. So can I welcome you all to this investment board? We'll work to the agenda as published. Apart from item 19, there's been a request because Sarah Middleton has to leave at around 11 that we bring Black Country Land and Property Investment Fund update and reprofile opportunity up the agenda, which with the board's approval I'll do after item 13. Any objections? None that I can see. All right. Again, we utilise the hand feature if we can, or if you can't get it to work, because it doesn't work on everybody's machine, then just simply put your hand up and I'll try and catch your car will. I can't actually see everyone on my screen. Long agenda today, but I think there's some interesting stuff which hopefully we can get through at some pace. So any apologies for absence?
Yes, Chair, apologies from Paul Brown from the Black Country LEP, and also Andy Williams and Richard Moon from Coventry City Council, Richard Lawrence from City of Wolverhampton Council, and then Matt Hammond and Roger Mendonca from the Growth Company.
Anybody got any more? Okay, we'll take those. Notification of any substitutes, Carl?
None received, Chair.
Declarations of interest, if any. Members are reminded of the need to declare any disclosable pecuniary interest they have in an item being discussed during the course of the meeting. In addition, the receipt of any gift or hospitality should be declared where the value of it was thought to exceed £25 on gifts and £40 on hospitality.
I've had one from Nick Abel in item 17, Chair, which I've noted.
One from Nick. Councillor Simpkins, do you want to declare?
Yes, Chair. Item 8, Pi Paul. I'm the ward member. We're receiving considerable investment from the Combined Authority and declaring non-pecuniary interest.
Thank you for that. And I got Sue as well. Sue Summers, yeah?
Yes, can I declare an interest in item 13, please, Chair, as CEO of FDC?
Yeah, that's fine. Is it non-pecuniary? Or do you need to exclude yourself from the conversation with regard to that matter?
I wasn't intending to participate as I've made that declaration.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, I think that's fine. Okay, we'll go with that, and those are noted. The minutes of the last meeting at item 4 have been previously circulated. There are no issues, I understand, apart from item 95, which is the regarding UKC. I declare an interest, by the way, as a director of the UGC, non-pecuniary, I might add, and that's for the change requests. And item 100, the Gateway Review submission has been responded to. We signed it off last week, and I think it's now gone back. So again, thanks to the board for all of the work that was put into that. Any other items before I ask if they're true record? Sue, you've got your hand up. Do you need to do anything on that? Okay, it's an old hand.
It's an old hand, sorry.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm taking that as a true record. All agreed. Any dissent? None indicated. We'll take that as read. We therefore move to the investment programme update, item 5. I'm going to pass over to Ian Martin to give us an update on the investment programme. Ian, over to you, please.
Thanks, Chair. Board will note that funding commitments at the end of November was 780.3 million. That's up 3.6 million. The new schemes being approved being an item that went through Investment Board to CA Board, being the West Midlands Growth Company extension of 2 years, which takes 3.6 million from the IP, from the investment programme. We also had approved the Board Trade Tourism Investment Programme, but of course that comes with no money attached kind of from the investment programme. It's accountable body status only. So our costs incurred, the drawings to the end of October, that runs a month behind, are 228.4 million. Board will note as well that the SQW report that Chair just referred to and the complementary report were approved by last board and now been submitted to MHCLG. So we expect a decision on the Gateway review in early 2021. Shall I move to the dashboard as well, Chair?
Well, we'll just take questions on the report first. Any questions on the actual report before we go to the dashboard? Can't see any indications, so we'll get the dashboard then, Ian, thank you.
Okay, we're reporting 5 schemes with a red status on completion dates only. The first 2 items are both HS2 parallel designs, 9.8 million, and the Longabout at 2.15 million. For both of those now, we have got a change request that's been received. It's progressing through the assurance process. And both cases there, a request to extend the dates. The third item is also kind of UKC related, the interchange strategy, 0.24 million, where we have got a change request to do with the expenditure of the money on that and where it's going. That's also in process, going through the assurance process. There's 2 further items, Coventry City Centre South, which board have received update reports on. The planning application has now been made and we are talking to officers at Coventry with regard to any changes that might be required. And the final item, we're expecting a request to extend dates for Metro Wolverhampton interchange. There are 4 phases in that project, 3 of which have been completed. The final phase is related to how the Metro line integrates with the station. Because works were delayed to the railway station, that part of the 4th of the phases, the last phase, hasn't been able to complete on time. Therefore, there'll be a request to take it to March 21, so it ties in with the rail station.
Okay, I'll open it up to questions. Any questions from anyone on the investment programme update? No one's indicating. Okay, so it's all only for noting, so hopefully we note accordingly. We therefore move to item 6 on the agenda, which, as members will recall, was a request from Councillor Simpkins, which now gives a position with regard to extension of loans or grants that we've made. Ian, do you want to just give us a brief summary of this, and we'll open it up for questions?
Yes, Chair. So I'm hoping that the paper is clear on this. So WMCA, being a public body, it's got slightly different aims to private sector lenders, but this is still debt funds. So we're agreeing an application to extend a loan does not require the WMCA to take undue risk. An extension may be considered. Justification for an extension may apply in circumstances where a developer would otherwise be financially disadvantaged as alternative finance is not possible or a sale is not viable. An extension may also be considered where further time is required by a developer to prepare a scheme that's of greater benefit to the region, for example, better design or greater outputs. This is really just a statement rather than policy. All decisions of this board will be made on commercial terms and referring to the risks at the time, but recognising the fact that we are a public body with slightly different aims.
Thank you. I'll take a question from Councillor Simpkins. Thank you.
Yes, Chair, thank you. I mean, in the light of what we're going through with the pandemic, I think that extensions will come further because the viability of schemes is obviously, we've just done the previous item about the delay at Wolverhampton. COVID regulations are going to make it difficult for. So we need to be flexible, but also we need to be accountable. It might be that we do formulate some sort of policy so it's fair and equitable across all of vested interests, especially to protect the combined authority. Chair, thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that, Councillor Simpkins. Valuable contribution. Nick Abel, please.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chair. I think this is very well drafted. I think it puts our position very succinctly. I just make one proposal, and that is where it says justification for extension may apply, blah blah blah, as alternative finance is not possible or a sale is not viable. I think you should put the word commercially before possible, because alternative finance is always possible.
I think that's just a minor change. I think we can do that. Ian, are we okay with that? Yeah, it looks like.
Yeah, more than happy to do that. If board are happy, I'll make the amendment rather than recirculate this, but I'll make it as advised by Nick.
Yeah, apologies. There's a disadvantage of having a lawyer on the board.
I think it's an excellent advantage, actually.
Yeah. Can you delegate it to me just to sign off then? Is that okay? Yeah. Councillor O'Boyle, please.
Thank you. Morning, Bob. Just a quick question. Fine paper, in relation to it though, have any loans that the Combined Authority issued have been contrary to what is written in this report previously?
Ian?
Not as far as I'm aware, Councillor O'Boyle, no. We've always taken the view that the items need to be commercial.
Yep, that's what I thought. Thank you.
You're on mute, Councillor Slay.
Yeah, well, it's often a good idea. Okay, yeah, so, okay, we are asked to note and agree the statement regarding extension of SIF and RIF loans as contained in this paper with the amendment. Councillor O'Boyle, do you want to come back? Your hand's up.
No, I don't. I'm just trying to sort it out because it's they've upgraded teams, haven't they? So it's slightly different to what it was before. So I'm buggering about with it. My apologies.
Not a problem. Okay. So,
Jim, there is a notification from Microsoft that they've got difficulty with Teams hanging or things not working properly. That is an international problem. So it's not you, Jim.
I knew it wasn't me, Mike, but I just want to make the point anyway.
All right. Any dissent from agreeing and noting? No. Accordingly approved. Thank you. We'll now move to the dashboards. SIF dashboard, Nick, and then the Brownfield Land and Properties also yours, and the Revolving Investment Fund equally are yours. So over to you, Nick.
Yeah. Morning, Chair. I would propose to make an update to the SIF, RIF and BRPDF dashboards under private session. Some of the update is of confidential commercial nature.
I think the board are supportive. No dissent. We'll do that accordingly. Thank you. I therefore move to exclusion of the public and press to pass the following resolution that in accordance with section 100A4 of the Local Government Act 1972, the press and the public be excluded from the meeting during the consideration of the following items of business as they involve the likely disclosure of exempt information relating to the business affairs of any particular person, including the